Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Hitbox TV. We have a match between the Mongols and MVP Revolution. In fact, it is the second match between these two teams, and it is a great one, mind you, because in the first match of the favorites, MVP Revolution, this team that comes from rags to riches. I already explained their story. I'm not going to explain it again. But this team from Kazakhstan that actually got picked up by MVP Phoenix, or the MVP Phoenix organization, gets destroyed by Mongolz, who show their prowess, play a draft that's actually to their strengths, and destroy MVP Revolution with some really solid team fights, some really good vacuums especially. I honestly love that Darkseer Masquerade, so it worked wonders for them. Let's see if they can do the same thing this second match, and they're starting out very strong again. Mongolz picking up the Ursa. Oh, actually, before I do so, let me present myself. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Let's get into the draft now. Earth Spirit by Mongolz, now combination with Darkseer and Disruptor again. They loved that combo in the early, before. Well, MVP Revolution loved that combo with Disruptor, but the Earth Spirit Darkseer worked wonders for Mongolz before, and it's going to do it again. It's actually such a strong combination at all stages of the game. The Ursa now is going to be the choice for Mongolz, going for a bit more of the early game kind of domination instead of going for the Juggernaut for Sunken. Decided instead that it's better to go for a Ursa for Sunken this time. Aggressive carry, not his style necessarily, but we have seen Ursa play by Sunken before, even when it wasn't meta, and he does enjoy the hero quite a lot. He manages to farm a lot on this hero whenever people are not looking. It's just kind of, you turn around, it's like, oh wait, shit, Sanka has 6k net worth. How? What? I only have an Iron Branch. What? Where did he get that farm from? And he also loves going for early Roshans. Mongols are great at taking objectives early on and being able to take those Roshans early with the Ursa. So for now, Mongols have a pretty nice draft. Goes to their strength. MVP Revolution will be repeating this time the same, or will be trying out some of the same similar heroes. Monkey King is going to be repeated. Hopefully, a build with a Jingle Mastery to have more effect in the early game. This time combined with the Crystal Maiden. Fantastic pick against an Earth Spirit, by the way. Lina now to dominate in the mid game. Well, similar to what happened last time, but perhaps more of a physical damage Lina this time. Paired with a Juggernaut. That's going to go well with the Crystal Maiden, right? That Blade Fury plus the Frostbite is easy kill on almost anyone. And the Darkseer actually has a really hard time against him. Because you have the Crystal Null from the Crystal Maiden, obviously. And then you have the Frostbite from the Crystal Maiden afterwards. So once he surges, you Frostbite him, you're done. The Crystal Null puts him in jeopardy because the Blade Fury can actually reach him. And Darkseer's natural movement speed is not that high, so Juggernaut should be able to run him. The last pick for MVP Revolution will be a Sanking, a classic for Napalyoshka. Whereas the last pick for the Mongols, they have to deal with this Lina in the mid lane. The TA would have been the best option. You have the option to still go for, again, I'm going to always say it, the Sniper, but I don't think they're going to pick up the Sniper. I always like seeing a Sniper against Lina. It really dominates the lane, but I guess the Ember is a possibility as well for Mongols. They do love playing the Ember. It's not particularly weak against Lina if you play it pretty well. She's able to take away your Ember or your Flame Guard, but you're able to withstand a lot of damage and get a lot of hits in the early game. So, you know, before minute 4, if the supports gank you, it's kind of an easy kill. And again, the Outworld Devourer pretty decent against Lina. No escape mechanism. You're hitting over the Rolling Boulder. You have the combination of the Vacuum with with the Silence Eclipse. And you also have a way to deal with the Juggernaut if he just comes at you. You know, as long as it's not Blade Fury, you Astral yourself. And if he Omni Slashes you, you Astral yourself. If he Blade Furies you, you can't really do much. And if he just runs at you, you Blade Fury him. So it actually works out pretty decently, especially once it gets the Diffusal Blade. The Juggernaut won't have the ability to just purge you and kill you. Or not that easily. However, Mongols wants to go for more of an early game lineup, so you can also go for something simpler. We did see a DK working earlier today, or actually not in this tournament, it was the final match, but Vine was playing a DK, and it worked pretty well for them against Alina because of his natural regen and the help from the support. Maybe. An Ember, a DK, an OD, what else could you really run against Alina? A Puck, honestly, if you want to go for a classic. And you actually do have a lot of early game sustain and early game team fights, so it would not be a crazy idea to go for a Puck. In fact, a Puck actually seems like a pretty good option here. Because it allows you to kind of go for a lot of team fights early on, and having the Waning Rift extra makes it so it's hard to gank you. And it's actually not the worst combination with Earth Spirit, because Puck deals a surprising amount of damage with his physical attacks. The Rolling Boulder really stops the Lina. Okay, this is not a pick I was expecting at all. Medusa for Mongols. Right, so I thought this whole time that the whole idea here with Mongolz is we're going to go for the early game with the Ursa and dominate. Pick something that can give a bit more team fight potential or maybe a bit of push, like say a DK. Instead, what they were actually trying to do was a 4 Protect 1 strategy with an Ursa, the newly formed 4 Protect 1 strategy, where you don't use a Space Creator mid, per se, but you use a carry mid, sometimes a Medusa, or maybe just a carry, and you use a early game carry as the secondary core, right? In this case, the Ursa. And the Ursa with the Disruptor Darkseer Air Spirit, the whole idea is they can be able to gank and destroy most of MVP Revolutions while the Medusa gets farmed, and then when the Medusa comes back with Midas and all the necessary items, then she can crush the Juggernaut. And in all honesty, the Medusa pick, considering that it's up against a Lina in the mid lane, not too bad. She has a lot of sustain and they don't have much gank ability. Only the Monkey King, who has to either go for Jingle Mastery and really harass her with Poison Orb and hope that there's no Earth Spirit around, or not really kill her because he doesn't have much power against her. The Medusa also combines really well with the Disruptor because you can set up a perfect Static Storm with your... a perfect Static Storm, pun intended, with your ultimate, obviously, with the Medusa's Gaze. Yeah. And on top of that, you already have the Vacuum to combine it with the Medusa, so in case the Medusa, or the Darkseer as a whole, actually, in case she's really being pursued, if she has no ultimate or no mana, the Surge can save her. In fact, Medusa's a pretty slow hero, so being able to Surge her is a huge plus, honestly. And we've already seen, in fact, I do recall very clearly Tavo playing that Darkseer for SG Esports when they were playing against Secret, and Tavo was the main reason why many other carries did not get kited because of that usage of the Surge. And Surge is an ability that often gets overlooked. It's, oh, it's just an escape mechanism for the early game. No, it's a really good ability as long as you have no way to dispel it. And guess what? MVP Revolution have no way to dispel it. Jesus, why is this game so laggy? Wow. I don't want to say it's the Dota 2 performance. It started to become quite laggy. But anyway, sorry if there's a bit of stopping. You can still see it at a pretty clear rate. I do believe the FPS are kind of dropping. I'm actually going to do a quick cut on the stream. No, I want to keep the recording up. No, it's fine. We'll do this last match and then we'll restart the stream to see if it's not as laggy. Apologies for the quality of the stream. It's really out of my control at this point. This is optimization issues with Dota and something with OBS, which is a memory leak, so I'm not entirely sure when they're going to fix that. That's it. Let's present the teams real quick. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. Let's get right to it. MVP Revolution for the Radiant side. We have W Zayak representing the captain of this team in the support position. Second support being Blizzy on the Monkey King. Oh, sorry, she's playing Crystal Maiden. Napaloshka with the Sand King in the off-lane position. The carry in this game is going to be Pubber with the Juggernaut, and finally in the mid lane, Stormcat repeating on the Lina. However, we're going to see a gank already in the top lane, going with the Burst Strike, catching out the Disruptor, but in comes the Rolling Boulder from the Earth Spirit. Ayuka's going to be the first to die, but the second to that could be W Zayak if he's not careful. He's trying to go into the trees. Good Frostbite into the Ursa, at least trying to get a second kill, but Sank is already piling up his Fury Stuff on Napaleoshka. Second Burst Strike, no Jingu Mastery yet on this Monkey King, but it worked out anyway. That Poison Orb is actually lethal for them. The Rolling Boulder from Proxy misses, and in the end, it's going to be a 2-4-1 trade, killing the Ursa, who's actually really fragile in the early game before he gets his Earth Shock or his Overpower, because he has no way to really recover. And oh, Proxy is trying to find Napaloshka regardless. There's W Zayak with the Frostbite. He can still Rolling, or no, he can't Rolling Boulder actually, so they should be fine. Right, that's it. Let's present the enemy team now. We have Mongolz, the Mongolians, that come from a victory, so they're really hyped for this game. We have Sanke on the Ursa in the carry position, the two supports being Ariuka on the Disruptor, and the Air Spirit played by Proxy. Now in this mid lane, we have Medusa played by Retribution, and finally, on the Darkseer, we're going to have Masquerade in the off-lane position. So that worked out, that worked out really well. First engagement for the guys at the MVP, and I actually do like that they're letting the Juggernaut solo lane. After all, he's up against a Darkseer. Really, you're not going to have much help from your supports against him. Oh, careful. Proxy actually being slowed down. Now, Burst Strike. He managed to evade that that Primal Spring, but he does anyway to the damage of Napaleoshka and to Blizzy now getting a Jingle Mastery. I like this build much better. The Jingle Mastery is going to work wonders for you, especially when you're going to put Harassment into an enemy lane. This is a much better usage of the Monkey King, actually. Rolling Boulder is going to catch him out, so Blizzy, careful. He still has a Jingle Mastery, though. Thunder Strike is hitting him for quite a lot of damage, but he should be able to control his and actually go against Proxy. Look at the Poison Orb, actually giving him a lot of extra movability. And the attack range is so good because you can actually poison over them once, as you can see, just attack them from behind, and the enemy team either has to turn around. Your turn rate is fantastic as Monkey King as opposed to an Earth Spirit, so you can really punish that with what he just did, getting an extra stack of Jingle Mastery and being able to cure yourself up a bit with a Jingle Mastery. Careful, W Zayak, though, slow by the Rolling Boulders, and the carry still at Grandma speed anyway. Frostbites the Earth Spirit, so there's no more body blocking. He's going to commit suicide. He knows he's going to die anyway. He could have died to the creeps, actually, but chooses not to. Or choose not to even try. Burrow Strike, plus now that Primal Spring catching on Yuka, but they want to go on to Proxy. He's the objective. The Rolling Boulder will save his life. Napoleoshka now being harassed by the Ursa. One more hit will do the trick. All they need is one hit from the Earth Spirit at the very least. There it is. The Poison Orb ensures that the Sanking will go down. He was trying to, I don't know, escape with a Burrow Strike or something, but it wasn't going to work out there. Burrow Strike is level 1, very low range, and even though they started out pretty well in this lane, in the end it's just being an aggressive tri-lane. However, is an aggressive tri-lane a good idea if you're the guys at MVP Revolution? Or what this aggressive tri-lane is essentially doing? Is that a good idea? That's an interesting question, actually. If you consider it. Because Napoleoshka here, for example, for MP Revolution, is fine with having a bad lane or a good lane. Doesn't really care. He can perform anyway, so he's okay. But the thing is, you are making the two supports, especially the Earth Spirit, keep or stay in this top lane so that the Ursa does not die too much. Oh, wow. That was a really good hunt by Proxy. Great boulder smash, catching out the Monkey King, putting him in a dangerous position, killing him off. Good job. But by the support's not rotating, that means you're going to have an easier bottom lane and easier top lane, theoretically. Do you care that the Darkseer gets farmed? Not particularly, honestly. The Darkseer's going to get farmed anyway with this lane. You don't really have much tools to stop him anyway. You know, do you care that... Oh, another kill. Napoleoshka, Jesus Christ. Stop dying, please. Thunderstrike. And now the final hit from Proxy will ensure his death. A great boulder smash catching out W Zyke. He's stunned out. Has to use a Frostbite. Won't be able to. And eventually will just run away. Right. It could be that... it could be... The situation here, though, is that if you consider for Mongolz, Mr. Medusa, right? Against the Lina in the mid lane. She should not do too badly, but the Lina is going to have an upper hand. So the fact that you can't actually rotate your supports here makes it so Retribution is going to have a harder time. But Retribution, all he wants really is the Midas and being able to harass a bit with the Mystic Snake. And it does come up to a point where the Mystic Snake should be able to out-harass Lina. Despite her Dragon Slave being very powerful, she even has the help from Rilai and her Arcane Aura. You still have the issue that you still have the issue that the Mystic Snake is going to take away part of your mana, and you still have the help of the Mana Shield, which is actually level 2 Mana Shield. Really nice. Ooh, almost being caught out. Not quite. Medusa, careful. That Jingle Master won't reach you. And the Smoke Gang from Disruptor and Earth Spirit. Can they find W Zyke? No, instead they'll find the Stormcat. I think that's an easy rolling boulder. But it's quite a dangerous play, especially without any mana for the Mystic Snake. In fact, if anything, they might just be preventing... Yeah, this is not really the best of plays. Yeah, Retribution is going to have a hard time. Rolling Boulder comes in. Retribution is dead already from Blizzy. Now they're going to go on Proxy. In fact, Stormcat's going to keep fighting. Boulder Smash doesn't really quite kill him. Stormcat's still surviving somehow, but will die to the damage from the Disruptor. Kept hitting, which was not the best ideas. However, Disruptor should die to Blizzy. Blizzy, who still has a tree dance, has a Promo Spring in 1 second. That's a really huge cooldown spell. Where's the Promo Spring? Catches him. No Shrine. And he actually missed the Promo Spring. Ariuka, who was trying to shrine himself, evades the Monkey King by accident. And right, so I was making the analysis completely wrong there. The Sanking is trying to force this top lane to be a tri-lane so they can actually win the mid lane against the Medusa. That's the whole point, right? And that's why the match of Medusa-Lina is kind of beneficial to Lina, but not too much, as you were saying, right? So it's not the best of plays, but it's still the idea behind what the MVP Revolution is doing, and hence the offensive tri-lane. Now their supports are starting to rotate finally when they realize the Medusa has levels of Mystic Snake, and she's actually going to be a threat to the Lina. Pretty smart, honestly, what MVP Revolution had in mind. It worked out for them. They have a bit of a net worth advantage right now, and the Juggernaut was farmed a bit more than the Ursa, as you can see. Not that much of a difference, though. I'm surprised. The Ursa, I was expecting him to have less, but, you know, there's only a difference of like 10 lasses, considering he's going to get this lane as well. Which is not too much. Hit the creep. Yeah, please. Get the Lacet and then concentrate on Darkseer. If he had just wanted to deny your creep, he could have. However, I suppose he does have a no, he does not. He has a Blade Fury if he wants to harass him a bit more. This is okay. Oh, this match catch out W Zyke. W Zyke is good as dead. Blizzy. Careful though, because he wants to get the kill regardless. Jingle Mastery, and they'll kill off Proxy. Regardless of his Iron Shell, they managed to finish off this roaming Earth Spirit. And now Blizzy knows he has to fight. He has to kill Ariuka somehow. I mean, really, the Yodan have no more option. The Facebook's really helping him out. That Glimpse used defensively, and the NW Zyke will come a bit too late. Ariuka realizing that Monkey King is just way too strong to fight in a 1 versus 1 scenario, even if you're a support. Doesn't matter what support you are, honestly. That Jingle Mastery is ridiculous. It's plus 75 damage. It's too much damage. And you have to obviously leave. And oh, here we see them coming in. Sanka, careful. No, they're gonna finish off. Yeah, they're gonna finish off Napoleoshka there. Okay, I thought for a second Sanka was actually gonna die to the damage from the burst strike and obviously a bit of caustic finale around the creeps, but that was very well played by the Earth Spirit, coming in the last second using the boulder smash to prevent any further damage and not only saving his carry's life but also helping him get a kill. That's like the perfect matchup essentially for you guys. Meanwhile, in this top lane, we see a couple TPs. Disruptor joining in. This is Sal for the Ursa. Blizzy is going to come in with a Primal Spring, possibly go into Retribution with a Balance Strike as well. This, if the Lina wanted to join this mid lane, especially with Laguna's Blade, it could actually be a kill. Blizzy seems to just be, you know, utilizing this time wisely to just not be seen. Essentially, try to take the root, does not take it. In the end, decides to retreat. Okay, the invisibility rule will be taken by Masquerade in the bottom lane. They don't see this, which is bad, because Masquerade could start a kill or something. But at best is a kill on the Crystal Maiden. He has Iron Shell on him already. It's not bad. And I do see the Crystal Maiden. Masquerade has Surge. I think he just wants to harass her a bit. At first, yeah, the Iron Shell like finally lost though, so you don't have that killing potential anymore. And with the help from the Lina, this could be very dangerous. They don't know they has Invis Rune, but there's no point in really trying anyway. Napoleoshka with a burst strike in time. However, the glimpse is still available, so is the kinetic field. Oh, Napoleoshka prevents the kinetic field. The glimpse is not going to hit him because of his invisibility. Really smart by Napoleoshka. Might be able to survive thanks to balance strike, hitting Sanke, and that's 2 stacks of Jingle Mastery. He has to be careful. The Fury Type stack nicely, but so does the Jingle Mastery. It is much more burst damage. You're not going to beat an Ursa, but you can use your superior attack range to kill him. And the bottom lane, Juggernaut, bit off a bit more than he could chew. And with that, he gets destroyed under the tower. That was... I mean, he wanted to kill Masquerade. It obviously had an Almond Slash, so that was what he was going for. And he got silenced just by a great TP by Broxy, getting another kill onto the Juggernaut. Honestly, this Earth Spirit has been fantastic. I'm surprised they did not ban the Earth Spirit. Instead, trying to ban some like Trim Protector or whatever. Ban the Earth Spirit. He's really good with it. No, Sanka, careful. The Crystal Nova actually misses. The Frostbite's still available. Gonna hit him. Violent Strike. Now the Jingle Mastery activated. Burrow Strike as well. Even Epicenter committed to this. The Enrage is not available for Sanka just yet, and they're gonna punish him for it, as he used it offensively earlier. Now the Frostbite's still available onto Ariuka. In comes the Monkey King. They want to just dive this after all. The Frostbite now to stun him out, and Ariuka will go down thanks to the Monkey King's range. Look at that extensible Monkey King staff. Jesus Christ. If I knew that Monkey King Bar could give me range, like why is Dragonlance what gives me range? Why is not Monkey King Bar? Look at that range. I should just be able to throw it at someone. That's actually an interesting comment though. Why is that Dragonlance? Like, why is it? Are you throwing the Dragonlance? Like if someone like I don't know, Lina gets Dragonlance is like okay. No, someone that actually gets like the Medusa, when she gets Dragonlance, she's just charging the Dragonlance into her bow, and it's like, oh, this goes further because it's lighter, it's great. Bigger attack range, same damage, woo, 2 for 1, and just throws a Dragonlance at people. That'd be really cool, that'd be really cool animation. Sadly, Dota's not about logic, more about, you know, gameplay and proper game design and stupid things like that. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it seems like Proxy's going to be brought down by the Blade Fury. Careful, Pummer does not have enough damage, actually. And he could have been Boulder Smash there. Oh, he's glimpsed, though. So they're going to kill him anyway. The kinetic field to make sure that he goes down. Proxy's still hitting him. I'm playing a bit too aggressively there, and Pummer is going to punish him. The Healing Ward still healing him up. Now the Blade Fury, so they can't hit him or glimpse him or do anything, really. No Thunder Strike. Pummer is not going to go into Ariuka, and he continues fighting against this Juggernaut. Is the bane of their existence. Going on to Masquerade, and the Masquerade... Yeah, the Masquerade is up, my friend. Darkseer is going to go down. And this is why Juggernaut maxes Healing Ward first. Jesus Christ, what a spell. This is the second time we've seen this in this 2 best of 2s, right? A duel which he wins basically because of the Healing Ward, and now a team fight when he wins basically because of the Healing Ward. Oh, this is really good play by the Earth Spirit. Catching Stormcat, sacrificing himself, sure. Stormcat decides we can't do much because they already caught me with the Rolling Boulder. I might as well just try and hit him off with my damage. No, Napoleon's coming in, and there's the help ability as well. Good balance strike, they even commit the ultimate. It's worth it though. The Epicenter also committed. Retribution's out of mana. No need to do that much damage, but hey, why not? And now the statue's actually dealing a lot of damage to Masquerade. Luckily, that Jingle Mastery doesn't translate to the statues anymore, so it's not as OP. Apologies for the muting sometimes. If that does happen, I understand that I'm just coughing because I'm a bit sick. That's what's happening here. Pumper's gonna TP away. Blade Fury, good job. And with this, Energy Revolution. will be taking down the bottom tower. Now trying to take down this mid tower as well. It's within deny range, so they managed to do that. The Lina has a good attack range, so they could try to deny it, but it's quite dangerous. Wow, they're not trying to deny it just now. Very cocky Mongolz. Maybe trying to force them to play a bit aggressively. Not bad. A bit of psychological games here. After all, you do have a glyph, so like this will pretty much refresh your glyphs. So the longer it stays up, the better. And it comes proper. There it is, the crazy play we were talking about. And they're not going to be able to deny it just because they chose not to earlier. That's an extra 100 gold to the whole enemy team. That's not too good, honestly. The Juggernaut just took it down easily. And with the low amount of armor that towers have now, Juggernaut just going in alone, like, that play used to be good before when our towers had a lot of armor and it wasn't so dependent on enemy heroes coming at it. Nowadays, a single hero can take a tier 1 tower down. Look at it. It has very low armor when there's nobody around it. And we're gonna find out the Ursa. He hasn't raged though. He's gonna use it just yet. Very smart. Blizzy has vision. Now they want to be caught out. Careful. What are you doing, Blizzy? Burst strike on the 2. What a fantastic burst strike. The balance strike misses the shot weirdly. Freezing field though does come out and rage from the Ursa to prevent some of the damage. The Magnetus as well stops the freezing field from happening, but the Monkey King still wants to hit the Ursa. Blizzy, careful because he could die against the Enrage. He gets the Jingo Mastery off, and they manage to kill the Angry Mother Bear, going out into the Earth Spirit. The Armistice comes out into Masquerade, preventing that wall replica from doing anything there, and they manage to get that kill. Finally, the Medusa comes in, but a bit too late, and the feed train is in the station, boys, as they manage to stun out the Medusa, and she's gonna give up her life to the power of MVP Revolution. Choo-choo! In comes the feed train, and MVP Revolution know how to play because they bring in 4 at once, whereas Mongolz a bit panicky, you know, a bit desperate, thinking they were stronger than they were, bringing 1 at a time, and they all end up just dying. That was actually pretty good though. The MVP Revolution did a pretty good job at keeping everyone alive. Not even with the healing. I think he was using it earlier, but in general, the positioning of Blizzy and of the Crystal Maiden and W Zayak in the trees was fantastic. I kind of want to commend them for that because they actually prevented the Ursa from killing them and also dealt a lot of damage. That freezing field dealt a ridiculous amount of damage. Really good frostbites as well. They prevented the Enrage from being really effective. And sure, the Sand King had to sacrifice himself, but that's not really that big of an expense. The Sand King is almost as farm as the Ursa. You're actually winning by a lot. 6,000 net worth, 14 minutes in. It's a ridiculous amount of net worth difference. In fact, let's look at the graphs. You'll see that it's steadily increasing for the guys at MVP Revolution. And the second they stop farming, or the second they stop getting kills, obviously it starts going in the favor of Mongolz, or, you know, guiding slowly, inching slowly towards their side of the graph. Mainly because Mongolz does farm faster, which is why MVP Revolution is playing so aggressively. And it's working wonders for them. Honestly, very well played for them. It's not like Mongolz was playing badly, mind you. That was obviously a joke when I feed train everything. It's not like they're playing badly. It's just that they're up against a lineup that knows how to play aggressively, and they're tilting ever so slightly because they don't really know what to do. They have an Ursa, and you should be the one that is putting out pressure, but they're not at all. And let's see. Sanka just taking some creeps down. Zaya, careful, kinetic field. Oof, there's the freezing field still available, by the way. And epicenters as well. Ooh, what was that epicenter? Napoleoshka designed. That's not a good team fight. In fact, they're gonna let W Zaya just die alone. That could have been a good episode. It was pretty risky. Don't know if that was the play necessarily. You get a burst strike epicenter plus freezing field that was available on the Crystal Maiden, and early level still deals with a considerable amount of damage. 100 damage per rock, and obviously the fact that early game the enemy team doesn't have that much power, but I don't know. Seemed quite weird. Wait, the Disruptor. Careful. Juggernaut being hit by the kinetic field. The Boulder Smash hits the Roshan. And there's the Sand King coming in. Beautiful burst strike on the 2. They kill both of them with all these spells that deal area damage. Even the Laguna's Blade committed onto Proxy because honestly, if Proxy survived, that would have been a big issue. If Disruptor survived, it's not a big deal. If Proxy survived, that would have been a big issue because he could have just turned this around. So, I think it was a worthwhile Laguna's Blade. It's a very low cooldown spell anyway. Wow, is it trying to get stacks on the lane? Actually, don't know who these stacks are for. I haven't seen them stacking that much, but it's not for the Juggernaut because he doesn't really have any ways of dealing with them. That's a very interesting choice to make stacks for the Lina. Yeah, he's really slow at taking stacks, but I guess with the help of the Crystal Maiden, the rest of your team. Yeah? Might work. Crystal Maiden now with plus 60 damage as her talent to help take these stacks down. And the smoke egg by Mongolz. In fact, the smoke egg is to get the Roshan. Remember while I was staying in the draft? Sankin loves taking these early Roshans. However, you are in a position where it's kind of dangerous to do this. So this is more of a recovery Roshan. If MVP Revolution know at any point that you're doing this, they could really punish you. I don't know if they're gonna though. There's a smoke egg. And Roshan's being taken down. Aegis goes onto Sankin. That was a really good recovery Aegis. A recovery Roshan. Helping out the Ursa survive. Mongolz seems weird about this because they're just kind of doing a bit of a standoffish. Well, let's do the standoff in the middle lane. The classic middle lane standoff. And yep, they're just gonna sacrifice Masquerade. Cool. He was like the scout saying maybe they went for a smoke, guys, and yep, they did. And you're gonna get punished for it. Oh, finding the Medusa would be huge. The Battle Strike's still available. Medusa managed to make it out alive. Mainly not because you want to kill her, which, yeah, of course you do, but it's mainly the fact that she has her ultimate, right? She still has that Stone Gaze. And if she just used the Stone Gaze onto you, then she's going to stop your push completely. So it's not bad to be able to stop that from happening. Now, Pummer is able to take this tier 2 down. Pretty efficient with the Juggernaut. In comes the Ursa though, and wants to attack Stormcat. Actually is the objective. He has no Aegis, so it was really smart, but a great balance strike now with the ultimate. That Wukong's command and the Epicenter are dealing a ridiculous amount of damage. Now freezing field as well. So many zone out ultimates, but the Ursa survives it all thanks to the enrage. Great burrow strike now by the Ursa. Blizz has to leave his ultimate alone, and in the end, they're gonna lose 1-for-1 only, but the Juggernaut manages to survive. I think the lean actually came back thanks to the Bloodstone, and she's going back and joining the team fight, trying to get a couple counter kills, but she didn't even have time to use the Laguna's Blade. What a great object. What an interesting initiation. They even lost the Aegis there, but what a very smart... oh, they didn't lose the Aegis. What am I saying? What am I saying? Wrong team. But that was a very smart targeting. Sorry. I'm going to go back to my comment. That was a very strong targeting by MVP Revolution, or by Mongolz. It was so clever to be able to go for the Lina first, knowing she's the easiest target, and knowing that they can take him down pretty quickly, and that all you have to do really is hit it with the Ursa, and that's not even much commitment. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut kind of stayed there, not being able to do much, because he doesn't actually deal that much damage early on in the game. You rely much more on your Omni Slash and obviously on your items, which he doesn't have just yet. So yeah, they don't get to kill the Juggernaut, but they manage to kill the Lina, take away some of her Bloodstone charges, and pretty much win the team fight basically because of that, because they wasted 3 ultimates that team fight. Epicenter, the Wukong's command, and the Freezing Field, all just to be able to kill at least one person, and all they got was literally that one person. And that one person was a support, so not really that big a deal. Sorry, 1 second. No. Okay. The late game is starting to lag a bit for me, so I'm just trying to bear before my OBS explodes. There's the blade free from Pubber. DP's away. He's gonna be completely fine. And on this bottom lane, Lina has been farming a bit. Is gonna get a Yule Scepter soon. And Napoleoshka will be going down to the bottom lane, able to get a burst strike. He's also going to be going for Aghanim straight up. That's an interesting choice for him. Aghanim straight up. I mean, they did go for the Blink Dagger Force Staff, obviously, so it's not necessarily the Aghanim straight up that we were saying, but it is... it's an interesting pickup for Napoleoshka so early in the game. We're very used to seeing Sankings go for Yule Scepter, Sankings go for even Glimmerkin. We've seen Sankings like that, mainly because of the usefulness of the items, right? Going for more utility. Even Lotus Orb in this game would not be that bad. But going straight up for Ags, it recognizes that you have the superior early game, and you've been winning because of that. And now you need a bit more team fight, just that a little bit of an edge to be able to stop the Medusa and the Ursa. That's not wrong at all. So I do like that they decided to do that. Look at Sentry first, and then was there a ward? He knows how to play. And the Medusa herself is actually really underfarmed. He's being forced to go for a play mail, or so it seems, which is not a good item on the Medusa. It's not an item that you want to grab, but of course it's a necessary item in this game because the enemy team deals a lot of burst damage. It's really good to stop the Lina as well, but obviously it's not the item you would like to be going for if you had the choice. The tier 2 is not going to fall. If they can get a good team fight here, MVP Evolution could just take a tier 3, so the Mongols are really need to take a good team fight. Okay, Amisash comes out, And the Omnisense will just hit some creeps, use the Blade Fury to escape, manages to get the kill on Disruptor, all the way to Static Storm. This is a terrible team fight for Mongolz. In fact, they stopped the Wukong's command ultimate, but that doesn't really matter because the Darkseer already died to the Epicenter. Sanke has already used his... No, he has not used his Enrage. He still has the Aegis. Wukong's command finally comes in. Sanke has been hit by 3. Needs one more to actually get that lifesteal up, but Pubber manages to kill him off before that happens. Retribution now using her ultimate, but the gaze is not going to turn anyone into stone. Only the Juggernaut will die. The Lina, though, will make sure that she gets a stun out before she dies. In the end... Or before she... Yeah, she dies. Yeah, okay. She went for the minus 30 seconds. Yeah, she really likes the respawn timer. Okay. In the end, that team fight would seem to go really bad for the guys at MVP Revolution. Sorry, for Mongolz. Ended up going pretty well for them. In fact, they're going to get a kill on Napalyoshka. Yes, Napalyoshka. Play with the Ursa. He's a bear after all. That's what he's made for, to play. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Right. Sanke, careful. Going for the overpower. Gonna find this tower out. And Napalyoshka wants to search for someone. And there's the Force Staff. Misses the Burrow Strike. And they could kill him as a result. No glimpse. Oh, the glimpse is actually used on Stormcat. Okay. They could have punished him more with a glimpse on to the Sanking, but chose not to. Right. In the end, this game is actually seemingly not going too well for MVP Revolution anymore. They lost this edge in the early game. They do have the Mountain Style Diffusal Blade, which is fantastic against Medusa, but right now, the Ursa with the Aegis was doing so much damage. That's a great Soul Request, by the way. It's actually giving him a lot of survivability. Soul Request is coming out on everyone, including on cores now. That's ridiculous. Please nerf this item. It's just pretty insane. Getting him the Misdirection is just too much. The Misdirection is just too much, I think. It doesn't follow the same idea of the Medallion of Courage. I don't think you can do that with a Misdirection. The Solar Crest also coming out of Monkey King. Yeah, this Monkey King that goes for the Hand of Midas Solar Crest. Okay. Now Retribution, being hit with a Crystal Nova. Stormcat, Legion of the Yule Scepter, Light Strike Array, and Laguna's Blade still available. Goodbye to Stormcat. I mean, sorry, goodbye to Retribution. Sorry. Retribution actually suffers the Retribution of the enemy team. Got a kill on the Medusa, that's pretty important. Slowing down her farm for 60 seconds. She's not able to force a buyback. And the great thing about Medusa is, look at her level. She's actually leading in terms of level. Of experience, sorry. Like, what? Why? Because she doesn't die that often, honestly. Medusa, the whole point is she doesn't die as often. She got a bunch of assists, and more importantly, she's able to really flash farm. More so than with kills with creeps. And they just give more experience than kills most of the time if they're good. So, no, Burst Strike, and the Epicenter. Sanke prevents that damage with the Enrage, and he's able to survive a lot of the damage, but for now, the Monkey King is going to use his ultimate anyway, and slow down Sanke, being able to kill him. Masquerade is the next target, and they're going to be able to kill 2 cores for the price of none. Any team from Mongolz is forced to TP. Going to get a Burst Strike? They will, and they will stop Earth Spray. They knew exactly what he was doing. He used the Magnetize just to get a bit of damage off, and in fact, he could get a kill on the Sand King, but they're going to kill him in time. The Shine has even been used by the Monkey King to ensure that this poor Earth Spirit goes down swiftly. That said, the guys at MVP Revolution get a great team fight there, mainly because I would argue mainly because of the Sankin. That was a great epicenter. And even though the Enrage allows the Ursa to survive quite a while, it's even with the Vlads to be able to heal up, you really need a target to attack. And both Pubber and Napalyoshka can kite him pretty nicely with the First Staff and the natural movement speed that the Juggernaut has. He's also going for the Blink Dagger now. And meanwhile, while all this was happening, the 2 sisters were destroying the mid tower. Very smart, as they can now take any racks essentially and be able to split push much more efficiently. Shrine still not available for taking. In fact, I would have gone for the tier 3, but they don't want to take too much just yet. It's 11,000 net worth difference. They really want to take away this advantage and not let the enemy team recover whatsoever. Granted, part of this advantage is mainly seen in the supports in the offlaner, which is not that big a deal. Getting a lot of utility items on the Sand King until he gets his items is not that big a deal. Darkseer, this is relevant even without items, even though his Guardian Caves are so late this game. Similarly, the Monkey King getting items, it's not that big a deal because one of them is a Midas. I'm interested in this Midas build. It didn't seem to work too well last game. I don't know if it'll work a bit better this game. It seems like a very great build, regardless. For that Stormcat, there's a 13,000 net worth plus for the guys at MVP Revolution. And they should look to take down on this tier 3 if they choose to. honestly. Just occurred. Alright, the Yositer is going to come for the Asanking now after the Aghanims. I'll do, okay, going for Aghanims early is actually not that bad, and then, because he's still going to go for Yositer anyway. I thought the Yositer was a good pickup, but now it's even better because you can actually help out with the... You can actually help out with the damage. Sorry, with the extra damage and the extra stun as well, and still have the Yositer available in case you need it for the escape mechanism, right? It's pretty useful. Attribution has finally surpassed the Ursa in terms of farming, and like we were mentioning earlier, actually, I didn't finish the thought, but essentially she's able to get a lot of experience because you actually farm a lot more creeps, and that makes it so that her death time is quite large, especially in the early-ish game. I mean, 27 minutes in, her death time is quite big already. At the same level as the Juggernaut, obviously, but plus 600 mana, of course. What would you go for anything else? 25, 33, 28, 30, 23? I actually don't know what that is. Maybe is it Roshan timers? I think so. Yeah, I think you messed up. You need to do that. I could have respawned at 25, really? Or 28 latest? Yeah, well, regardless, they're going to take the Roshan. Now they know they're going to go for Roshan. I actually don't know what 25, 23, 28, 23. I don't know if that's mystical. Maybe it's like the lost numbers or whatever. Lost is in the show, not lost is in the lost numbers. Oh, Epicenter onto the Medusa, already committed. Dominance action as well being used. The Wukong's command, and poor Proxy just put himself in the middle of death. Essentially, as Ayuk is also brought down by these statues and by the help from the Juggernaut. Sorry that lagged out. I don't think there's any Dota that can take away the Wukong's command. That's why I don't like seeing Monkey get picked in competitive, because it just lags the whole Dota thing. They have the Defusal Blade to catch Sanke. He has an Enrage. I mean, it's not really going to stop anything. Oh, do they have a way to stop him? No, the Frostbite. Yeah, the Frostbite, now the Light Strike Array, and that's it, Ursa. Good, finally. They couldn't kill him with the Enrage on, obviously, but they can kill him with a stun and then finish him off afterwards. With this Mongolz, have everyone dead. This is a tier 3 easy, if not 2 lanes of racks. Honestly, it could be 2 lanes of racks. If they do decide to buy back, this could be GG if they get a couple kills. No buybacks yet as to... Well, now the Ursa and the Medusa both buy back. Pubber is still pretty strong, though has a Blink Dagger and a Fusel Blade. Please, 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 please. Try to take the melee racks. You did nothing. If you... Yeah. You have to take the melee racks. There it is. Wow! What a great boundless strike. Stop Sanke. Sanke's about to die. In fact, the Blade Fury will just finish him off. And the ultimate from the Medusa already came out, but it didn't put Pubber in a difficult position at all. Now the Burrow Strike onto 2. Catches out both the Darkseer and the Medusa. They kill off the Darkseer already, so there's no more vacuums here. And the Yosef from the Lina will ensure that he survives. His Pubber now coming back into the fray. And he has a Manta style, killing off first. It's the Disruptor. Second, it's the Earth Spirit. And third will be the Medusa, the tankiest and hardest target to kill, but certainly the best one. Thanks to that Medusa kill, they get the GG well played out of Mongolz' mouth. They pried open, you know, their jaw, but very proud with that engagement that they had. MVP Revolution winning this game on minute 29, second 25. The GG will be called out, and Mongolz will be losing this game. Just please call it GG again, because if you disconnect, you just pause. There it is. And my name has been DSwordfish, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the cast for today, as per usual. It's been a pleasure casting for you guys. We only have one more best of 2 left for the day of today, and that last best of 2 is between the guys of Execration and Rex Regum Kaon. So feel free to tune in for the last best of 2 of the day. And if you did enjoy my cast, feel free to follow me on at DSwordfish on Twitter. And that way you can also see the replays that I put up on YouTube, because I usually post them there, or I think my YouTube channel is linked in my Twitter anyway. That's it, guys. I will be joining you guys shortly with the last game of the day, last best of 2, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Enjoy some tunes while we wait.